listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening and watching Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the stuff your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, as always, my co-host, Sarah Chapman.
Hi.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing tonight? We got a full house. I love it when it's full.
Yes, you do.
We've got Canadian Girl and Matchmaker, Sandy Dapoz. Did I say it right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because sometimes I don't say it right, and then I'm just like, how do you say your name?
You know what? We practiced
so
in the parking lot.
Actually, it was more like, what's your Instagram, bitch? Because I don't know who you are. But it's good enough, right?
Oh, absolutely. Perfection.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And my girl, Minnie Scarlet,
Hey.
who's a model and actress. I'm so glad she's actually here. I haven't seen her in a couple years. This is like a reunion. Very special for me
It's been
tonight.
like 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. My time frame is that. Was I blonde? Was I brunette?
It's like short, super
Was
white
I taking
blonde.
pictures of you? Were you taking pictures of me? That sounds kind of
It's a blur.
kinky.
Yeah.
It was a blur. But I'm so happy to have you here.
Yes, it's great to have you.
too.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
for the
having
last
me.
year and a half, I think I've been booking guests exclusively. Like I just had everything all set up, and then Sarah came on, and we
I
thought
just messed shit up, Jerod.
Let's
be honest.
Well, you hopped on, and we went off the rails a few times,
I
but
hopped on and we went off the rails. There's been a learning curve.
but the show is still going strong, and it's good to have some of your guests, some of your network on.
Some
as
of them
well.
not so good, but thank you, because tonight's good.
Actually, what was it? It was James on the last show. I thought he was great.
James was good. Yeah, really
that was
good.
your guest, and
Great.
he had a lot to contribute in that. So I hope that you got some big shoes to fill, girl. And I mean that both metaphorically and literally. He was a big man.
She might have some big sharks to punch because he was Australian and went on about that and stuff.
Just
I
diving
love
into the
sharks.
water,
Yeah,
diving into the water, punching sharks and handling snakes.
I think she's safe. Safe.
Safe.
You know,
It's a
my
scythe.
favorite word to say in an Australian accent is woodluff.
What even is that?
It's wildlife.
Jeez,
Wo-
I'm
woodluff.
learning something
Woodluff,
new. I should know
like
this.
WOODLUFF.
My favorite word is dick. No, because you say
Can you
dick
clean
and
the
dick
dick?
at the same time, like they sound like the same word. So you say dick and
It's
dick.
true. It's true.
I love it when women polish my dick. I get some wood polish out there. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that YouTube video? Oh my god, it's the
Yeah,
greatest
we're
thing
off
ever.
to
Like
a
you have to
good
go.
start.
Wow,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
that took me a second, actually. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
It took him a second too.
Because the E's
whoever's
are
dick it
pronounced
was.
under, so if it's dick, they're the same word.
It's true.
I love it when people wash my dick.
As long as you can figure out how to caulk it properly.
Yeah, you
too.
have to caulk it too.
Just make sure you know what to do with the caulk.
Oh, man. All right. I didn't practice my Australian accent today. I was practicing my American
I
accent.
practiced my vile pornographic accent.
You're doing
That-
good. I mean, but at some
Yeah.
point it does come out. Like I've heard you a little bit tonight, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there it is.
I've heard a little Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
noticed
is-
it.
Canada.
I'm a border city girl, right? So I got the blend, a little bit of Canadian American on the side.
No wonder you have Jared's book sitting in front
I love
of you.
how
Uh-oh!
I love how everybody thinks that an American accent's got a twang to it. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go down here and get some John Wayne in us. This is gonna be epic. It's like we don't.
That's fairly hillbilly.
There's like nobody that talks like that except for a very, very, very small percentage of like people that live in Louisiana. Like the
It's a
Duck
pocket.
Dynasty people don't. Well, yeah,
it's like
kinda
a
do that accent.
Walmart Route 66 or Sears kind of pocket.
Yeah, am I going there? I'm gonna get my duck
Yeah.
collar. I'm gonna go eat some snakes.
Definitely a denim pocket.
Eat some beans. Now I'm
So
just going.
I was thinking Jared's
Beans.
book was more like
Oh, that's a loaded
contemporary
sentence
decor in
waiting
my
to happen.
house.
I haven't
It
actually
is.
seen this.
It's very
Oh.
much a coffee table book.
Oh, absolutely.
So Minnie's a modern male virgin. So we are definitely popping her modern male cherry right now.
Oh.
She's like, I don't even know what show I'm on right now, guys. But I'm here.
I didn't see this IRL. I saw it on the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was giving
Wait,
Jared-
IRL. Did you just go in real life abbreviated right then? Props to that.
Oh.
I thought you said URL. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what URL? There's a URL in the back, but I'm like, was it really that noticeable? Jesus. No, look,
Is
look,
there-
there's
Oh.
pictures.
Oh
Look.
my goodness.
There we
Don't
go,
even get into
perfect.
that.
Wow, it's just like the internet.
It's
You can color them too.
just like
It's
third
amazing.
grade.
It's amazing. There's pictures everywhere, guys. Okay. So,
Poor redheaded stepchild.
Oh, by the
That's-
way,
That's
yes.
the 3 words I read.
So I was lonely the past
How
couple
ironic,
days.
right?
Yeah.
For your
And-
show.
were you lonely?
I was kind of lonely.
Hi there. lonely girl.
I brought your
was
book
waiting
with
for
me, and I was taking pictures in my
With my book. I saw that.
Yeah, in my hometown city, giving you some loving. You were giving me some loving back. It was really reciprocated.
So that's a first.
And I was sharing it on my flight here too.
Me rubbing on it and touching it
Okay,
inappropriately.
so how were the responses from the people sitting next to you on the plane when you're like, yo, I think we're going to have a chat?
Okay, are we talking females or males?
I don't know. Who
Females
were you sitting
like-
next to and what were you sharing with them?
All right, so first of all, I'm like a Care Bear. I don't know how to
So
explain
you
it.
share or you stare or
I
whatever.
don't share and stare. I'm like magnetic force, man. Everywhere I go, I attract people. So I'm on my airport, at the airport, Toronto airport, and I'm just waiting for my flight. So I have this gentleman next to me. He's like, so what do you do? Where are you going? So I tell him, curiosity.
You're like, no, I will not give you a blowjob. Knock it off.
He's being
Fuck you.
all respectful.
Right.
So I get on my flight. I have an
Right.
empty seat next to me now. So he knows where I'm sitting. So he comes next to me. He's like, can I have your business card? I'm like, sure. And I'm like,
No, you cannot have my vagina. Done. Like, seriously.
And I'm like so into his book.
Strike two.
So I'm a big fan of multitasking. So I'm reading your book, but at the same time, I barely watch TV or movies, and I'm
Yeah.
watching Magic Mike, what the second version or what's it
Yeah.
I don't know.
So-
Is Channing
So I
Tatum
got
dancing
Magic
around?
Mike, Hot Men on my screen, and then Jerod's book, and then he wants my business card. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it's done.
Okay.
Nice. Pull
So
it
it was
real
like
in.
a trap, basically.
So do you attribute you were getting that guy to my book? Because I don't think that's the case.
No, that's a good case.
What were you wearing?
Ooh.
That's a good question, right? It's fair.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm always.
She's like, I was wearing a turtleneck.
Oh, absolutely not. No,
I know, I knew
no.
you were not.
I'm always just classy, like, sassy,
Right.
sexy, classy, and elegant.
I thought you just said slassy, and I was like, are we about to coin a new one? Slutty and classy?
I
mixed?
like that. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that too.
Classy.
No,
I
gosh.
identify with that.
Done.
All right. You know what?
I'm
gonna
retiring. Hashtag slassy. Hashtag slassy.
We're
Taking that one to
trademarking
Instagram.
that. We're trademarking that right
You
now.
can do
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Okay, she's like, we. I'm like, no, me.
Unfortunately,
all right.
you want it to go viral, so trademark is probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah,
However, you can trademark. It's about $400 ish,
You know
depending.
what? We'll negotiate.
That just got way too like businessy
Yeah,
for me.
well,
I'm just over here in the slass mode.
Speaking of business, you brought an entire page of
Yeah,
statistics,
there's
which
like
is
writing
amazing.
on like paper.
I'm curious.
But first, so before we get like too far into this like rabbit hole of awesomeness,
Do you lift?
Do you fucking lift? No, I gotta ask you one question. Kidding. Let's tell people what you do. 'Cause you're a matchmaker, and you
my
became a
goodness.
matchmaker because you were an FBI profiler or a police profiler,
Just another day,
right?
because that's usual.
just another day. But you know what? I like the American version of that, like FBI. That just sounds like ooh.
It just sounds cool.
He has
Like-
no idea what he's talking about. That's why that version just came
Wait,
out.
am I
don't
completely
know.
off? What is
I'm
it?
No,
talking
no,
shit.
you're completely out. Just
Probably.
the Canadian version isn't classified as FBI. But yeah, so my background, I went for school, and my background is policing, and I did investigations, and at times I do still get called. I freelance, so I do.
So you free handcuff, like you have to like go and like
Wait,
arrest
so, like,
people.
wait,
and stuff?
because
No,
I-
you're a
let's
freelance
go back to the
cop?
FBI thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a freelance.
That's kinda-
What are you, an
that's
investigator?
kinky.
Or are you like a?
Kinda into
how does
that.
this work? Come on.
Oh my goodness. So the American, the Canadian version is completely different. I don't want to waste airtime on that. But so basically, I am still doing PI here and there.
Okay.
Depending on, of course, because I'm all about effective time management.
Mm-hmm.
How private are the investigations?
Ooh, you select your own task.
Okay,
When
okay.
When you're a freelancer.
All right. So
But-
is that like trolling Craigslist? You're like, yeah, that one I'm gonna have to take
No,
it.
no. It varies. You could go on set at NBC Studios, and then there could be a situation there, and you're being an undercover actor.
Cool.
or
I'm
actress.
just totally talking shit, by the way. So.
Yeah. So basically, that's where I utilize all my skills and talents is from my law enforcement background into my matchmaking. So that's where I got my gut feeling, my intuition. So I'm very good at reading people inside and out. So I could.
What about wrangling them though? Like when they really need it, you're like,
Oh,
dude,
I
you're
could
doing
take
it
it
wrong.
back.
Like, come on.
But you know what? I could.
Like, do you use tough love? Like, that's kind of where I'm going with this.
do.
How do we-
I am very direct. I'm very selective. I am a perfectionist in everything I do. Why? Because I'm passionate, but also I want to make sure that I have the right type of clientele. Because if I don't have that connection, that trust, it's not going to be effective service.
Passion and purpose, and then
Yeah. So
Success.
It's a lot of profiling. I do get hate mail, but that's all good because it filters it out very, very quickly.
I heard Canada.
Yeah,
Hello,
there's Canada.
Out.
Hey. As far as I'm concerned,
We're trapping her into the accent.
Should get you to talk in the mic a little bit more. There we go.
The more hate mail you get, the more you're closer to achieving success. Like I said, I am very selective with all my clients. If I don't feel there's any trusting relationship in between my client and myself.
So wait, back it up. Because you went straight from profiling into matchmaking. So, but you didn't tell us that you were going to do that. So you just started talking about the other one. So you were a profiler professionally full time, and then you started doing part time. You still do part time freelance work, and undercover work. That's for the police department, or is this for like just privatized? Is it private?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is
It's private and it's undercovers.
She pegged it on. Yeah.
I feel a sitcom coming on here.
We can have our own sitcom.
Minnie's going to be definitely like the odd chick out again, because in the one that she's doing, she's like, she doesn't really fit, right? You don't fit.
In the web series that I am doing right now, I basically am like the little sister that kind of just doesn't fit in, and it's for obvious reasons. Everyone else is like not Asian. I'm the Asian one, so it's kind of strange, but then obviously we never actually address that, and that's part of like the comedy of it.
And in our hypothetical new one, the handcuffs aren't going to fit because you're so freaking small. So basically,
I could run away.
Yeah, you could get out of the situation every time she tries to take you down in this private undercover hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
It's going to make us a shit ton of money.
Technically, we're the odd ones out because she's the only one that actually has a boyfriend.
That is actually
or
true.
has a significant other.
Did
We're
you
all
have
single.
to remind me of this? God, my life just got so much more pathetic. Again, all I have is you, water. That's all I have.
Your work husband. It's so good.
I even
Water, cough.
Sarah is married to beer.
I even gave up social media because I was like done with you.
Are you detoxing now?
I'm
Social media?
super detoxing from social media.
Because I'm going to go through withdrawals next. I just met in the parking
When
lot.
she asked me to take a selfie, I was like, what's that? I was like, what? It's been like 5 days. I have no idea what you're even saying to me.
Okay, that's unacceptable because
I know.
I feel a connection between us.
Like, it happened anyway. Like, I let you take this, like, thing and put it here, and I was like, okay, let's just let it happen, Sarah. Just let it happen. And it did. And I kind of looked cute.
It's like photographic rape.
I was asking her. Yeah, it was a little rapey.
It's like, I'm going to take that shit, bitch.
It was a little
Come
rapey.
here. You're getting this selfie.
But I sort of felt that there was, like, an undercover investigation going on for this. So I felt like I had to go with it. Otherwise, I was going to get detained for a video. Or a Snapchat. I'm glad we just left it at selfie.
Yeah.
Am I on Instagram right now? What's going on with that?
No.
Yeah.
So back to
Periscope?
because what you do, what you did, how those two transitions fascinates me. What led to the jump from PI work into date
Matchmaking.
coaching? Matchmaking. But I mean, you're a coach and you're a matchmaker. So you not only do you help set these people up, but you give them tips and pointers so that they can succeed with their significant. Hopeful, right? I mean,
so
have they ever met him? Like blind dates?
Properly? Like,
Have I?
So you like set up the blind date and then you kind of coach both of them so they succeed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Dead right on. Yeah, so it's from beginning right to end, but it's very hands-on.
how hands-on? It's just like
it's hands-on,
very tactical?
baby. Oh, very technical,
Okay.
hands-on. Yeah, from beginning to end, even right before they go on their date. I make sure I give them a prep rally, so I call them, and I want a selfie picture to make sure.
Why didn't I doubt that right away?
And I'll check your ID.
Doesn't matter how the lighting is. Let's just get this shit over with.
Yeah, exactly. Because I want to ensure, like I said, that everybody's legit. They are who they are.
Selfies are the new fingerprints, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But yeah.
Not so. Back to catfishing, which we'll get to shortly.
True.
But
There's a lot of weird shit out there.
Catfish.
yeah, the digital world has made it completely. It's completely possible to adopt a person's identity and use their pictures and photos. And if you stalk them well enough, actually convince people that you're them. And I've seen this before, and it's absolutely insane. We're gonna be talking about some statistics here in a second.
We
guys.
are, because she wrote a ton of stuff down.
Look at
But
this.
wait,
We
for
got
a second, have you
two
guys seen the new
one
app
page.
where it's
One
like
page.
video and you can like put a face of a celeb on yours? Am I like the
What?
last person to see this? Because I saw this yesterday.
I have no idea what
You
you're
can like
talking about.
morph your own face with a celebrity's face and do it on video and then pretend to be them.
That's creepy.
It's the creepiest
as
thing I've
shit.
ever seen, Dane Cook. Thank you so much for doing that.
Was it Dane Cook?
Yeah, but I don't want to bring him up because he Tinder matched me and then unmatched me. So
Ooh.
done with him.
Oh, he unmatched you. Fuck you, Dave.
You done cost me
I
a
actually
whole
love
week
that guy. I think he's great.
Cost me a whole week of communication.
I
But
was
yeah,
I was in
talked.
your corner when
We
you matched
talked.
Dane Cook. I was like, yes, go get him, Sarah. I was all for it. I was cheering in the
Yeah.
background. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. But you know what? I'm better off for it.
But then you guys had met before at a bar.
Yeah,
and
one
he like
time we
used you as a
did.
trash.
Like, are we still talking about this asshole? He's done. He's cut.
Okay, so yeah, so back to back to you and FBI profiling and day coaching.
And
So-
using a pen on lined paper.
Oh my! I am so old school. Like,
It's great.
I have,
So let's talk about the process. Let's talk about the process because I want to get to know exactly what it is. Like, how does it work? So if I come up to you and I'm like, hey, I want a girl, do you actually break down like into the, you know, the infinitesimal specificity of what I want, how I am, and then you're reading the whole person the whole time? So
Absolutely.
you're kind of seeing what they're saying and what they really want, and, you know, reading through the lines, and then you're actually going, hey, do you have like a roster of chicks? Do you have like a chick?
Justin Bieber's playing in the
so you got
background. What do you
repertoire,
mean?
like
a whole
She's got a
database.
Like a
number
chick
two
catalog?
pencil,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's got
yeah.
a big pen. She's just like,
Yeah. So basically, my clients will reach out to me. They'll inquire the service, and between that, we talk on the phone. We do pre-screening, and then from there, I meet with them one-on-one. Because on the phone, it's hard to determine who exactly are they. Are they my competitor? Who are they? Right.
So you don't FaceTime them or Skype them or any of that
no,
stuff?
No. It's just on the phone, and then in person. Because when you're in person, your body language just speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So does your odor. And if it's offensive, you can just go. Like, you're already done.
Totally. But like when you meet with somebody in person, like tonight, like I met you for the first
Yeah.
time, right? So
How do I smell?
Oh my goodness, you smell fabulous.
All right, we're good.
And you look great.
That was so DeAndre. I love her. Ah!
But also like your tone of voice, your energy, right?
Yes.
Just meeting somebody in person, there's so many factors that comes into play. So by then, just by meeting you, and we didn't even have an in-depth conversation, what you're looking for, I could just sense.
Do you ever fuck with people? Do you ever like sit down and kind of like try and purposely creep them out or unnerve them to see how their reaction to stress is?
I don't have
Because
time for
that would be
Because
really
Jerod does
interesting.
that never.
I do that to everybody. Like, the second I get to know you and I'm like, oh, well, this engagement's boring. I'm like, poke, poke, poke. Let's see how you react
stick
to
out.
stress.
No.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
No, but like the energy, right? The energy is very strong when you meet with somebody in person because by like me and you, by texting, how we're communicating, there's so much miscommunication that's not represented properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in person, like you really get a true sense who they are. And by then I'll determine if I want to take them on as a client.
Wait, were
or
you
not.
that person on my Instagram that told me everything I did and said was ass backwards? Was that
Maybe.
you?
I
Maybe.
love her.
I think we got into a domestic.
Really?
Yes.
Wait,
I-
a domestic Instagram dispute?
Oh, yes, we did. But then he tried to clarify it and straighten it out. And I'm like, all right. So then we bumped up to Facebook.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I
were the
didn't remember.
Instagram authorities or like the Facebook blockers called in on any of this? I hate social media right now.
I was
I'm not gonna lie.
I was talking about
I'm really
haters today
anti-social
with
media.
actually our last guest on the show. We had a meeting today, and we were talking about
Hi, Darcy.
social media
I
and
like
like
Darcy.
haters
She's
and like
nice.
you know, the more haters you have, the better you're doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm excellent at turning haters into fans. It's like a fucking talent. I'm like, haha, you hate this?
Yep. You're
Well, it's
doing it right.
motivation, right? Because whenever you have haters or any sense of jealousy, you're succeeding, right?
Negative
Because-
press is still press.
Exactly, because they don't have the courage, right? They never follow their dream.
Well, see, I realized very, very quickly that people hate this. They hate
But
the
see,
outside of
thing
this
is,
book because it
you're gonna
represents
love
an
me
ideology
or you're gonna
that
hate me, but you're never gonna forget me. So
Maybe.
it's on one end of the spectrum or
But
the other.
on
but
the
you're
outside of
still
this
getting
book, this
attention.
represents like it represents an ideology that maybe not a lot of people want to get on board with.
That guy kind of looks like
but
Scotty.
when you
A little bit.
when you open the book, then they're like, oh, that's not the same. No, it's not the same page.
Maybe they thought it was
when
adult
people
coloring
actually
book.
read the book, they love it. They're like, oh my god, this is the best book I've ever read on
That
dating.
was actually really funny.
So we're actually taking the
didn't hear
cover
it?
off. We're removing me from the branding because it's getting in the way. People are like, I would look at that book and be like, oh, that's douchebag. Oh, fuck that guy.
But hold on.
But
let's,
you know
let's
what?
go back to Sandy's comment.
All right.
Because
About
you
what?
She said it's
All right.
it's almost like an adult
Adult coloring book.
You could just get some crayons.
There's some
Get some crayons.
Exactly.
We'll
There's
sell
some
crayons with it.
there's some diagrams here
There
one-on-one.
are.
I'm like, I could color these pictures.
Right?
Yeah.
I could make
but,
those
and then there's
a
big
little
bold
rosier.
print, like it's a
Yes.
child's book.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will admit
We included all those things very specifically
For
to-
marketing?
No,
For
it was a big, bold, bright, condescending bitch slap, and it
And people
works.
need that. That is actually true.
So yeah, we
So
we
true.
made it that way because it was representative of kind of like the idiocy of the concepts that had to be relayed, like the fact that anybody would even need to hear this, means that you need the big bold letters and maybe some coloring. Actually, the reason that the illustrations aren't colored is because it made the book twice as expensive to print.
It's really expensive, and
so
to
I was
probably
like,
make
fuck
crayons
that.
with it's going to be really expensive too. It's okay,
So, anyways,
right?
You could sell
Just
with
like
it.
a mini pack.
But
Minnie's going to brand it. It's
I
done.
will admit,
It's done
yeah.
collab. It's a collab package right
What?
now. Mini branded crayons. They're going to be real small.
What's this?
Yeah.
Stocking stuffers for Christmas.
I know.
And
It
for
would take up the whole
limited time
stocking,
only,
but
we
yeah.
can put this on Home Shopping Network, and I can tell you about the crayons.
But let
They're
me
so
tell you,
small
like-
and so cute.
So, Jared,
Get
you
every
look
color.
fabulous in this photo.
Thank you.
So,
Compliments
up.
to DeAndre Michael. He was a
cleans up.
photographer.
and it's easy to, it's easy to read, and it's very direct. Like, I could read this within like 3 hours.
It was
Yeah.
made for males, and it was made for people that don't want to read. So we put
But I
pictures in
enjoyed it.
there,
I'm a
and big
female,
bold
too.
letters.
That's saying a lot.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's just directly towards males, but
We made it for males
Right.
in all of the visually eye appealing, chunked down, very direct bullet points that we make. But then that whole book is a collection of experiences a collection of things that I learned from my experiences with women. So basically that book is like, a shit ton of women all came together and wrote this book.
It
and
is
and it's being
law.
interpreted
It is
through
law.
by a male.
Jared's
So-
law.
It's law.
It's called the methodology, which is another word for law. Actually, it's another word for method or process. It's like the
Very
way
well
of.
done.
Or bullshit, depending on how mad you are at Jared.
So compliments to you. First of all, great marketing, sexy photo.
Thank you.
Look
It
very
is. It's an
classy,
amazing-
elegant, handsome.
amazing piece of literature.
Very easy to read, very direct, very bold.
You are an excellent promotionist.
Yes.
Because I'm like that, right? It's about effective time management. In your book, you just get you're raw. First time meeting you in person is very genuine.
Yeah, it's the same thing. What you see
Exactly.
is definitely what you get slapped in the face with.
Totally. And I find when you read books,
Not apologizing either.
I find when you read books, it's mumble jumble, but you are who you are, genuine. And by meeting you in person, it really reflects and complements
Thank you.
that, like precisely, right on the T.
No, and it's funny because
compliments you.
I debated over that. I mean, writing that book took about 9 months because of all of these different little marketing and branding things. We went back and forth on all these different little things, like how do we write this? How do we do this? And I'm actually a great writer, and I have the ability to write in very, very complex dialogue and break these concepts down into all of this. And it was just
complex as
like,
diagram.
I wrote that. Those are basically the notes. Like I wrote all of these notes out and I just wrote them in stream of consciousness. And then I was going to go back through and actually like make the book super sophisticated. And everybody was like, don't just the way it
Here's
comes
what you
off.
should do. Here's what you should not do.
Yeah.
Done.
It was just blog. Like people compare it to a blog. They're like, dude, this sounds like just like you would talk right now. And it works.
I'm overly excited because Christmas is right around the corner.
You can buy them for all your
God, I
friends.
feel like
I'll
we're
give you a
starting an
discount.
SNL like skit or something.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, this
My
is a craft.
clients will get autographed because no,
Do you like
for
crafts?
the
Do you
men,
like books?
it's very direct and some people are not comfortable discussing this. But if they read it in their own leisure time and
Yeah.
privacy,
So in other words, slap a bow on that and give this to like your significant other who needs some fucking help.
yeah, with some coloring pencils.
We've got a month. People
Some coloring pencils.
got a
I
month.
didn't even think of that.
I'm messing with your timetables. Order now, right?
I know. I
All
kind of
right,
get
it's
It's pretty.
Are we gonna get raw here? Are we gonna get like?
Yeah, so-
fast? we're direct. We're bold here, Jared.
I'm like Minnie. I'm
Okay,
scared.
okay.
I don't know what that
Oh,
is.
you want to
I'm
get
curious.
real now. You want to get raw now. Okay.
I want to learn.
Hold me, Minnie. Hold me.
We gotta educate the public, right? We gotta educate these people.
Yeah,
about
so
these
go
things.
over these stats. And so Minnie, as a bipartisan who has no, she's the only person here that's not in the dating industry. We're gonna test out Minnie's reactions
That's so far
to
away
Sandy's
from
facts.
Minnie. I want to be
yeah.
closer to Minnie.
All right.
Minnie,
all
why
right.
can't I be closer? to you?
Don't block her with your microphone.
Oh, she's,
Yeah.
I know she's so Minnie.
Don't do that. Turn it. There we go.
But I like her so much. All right,
Okay, get back over there.
I'm over here.
You're still got a little ways to go.
Fine.
There you go.
So, what should we start with? Catfishing?
Love you still, Minnie.
Define what
Start with
catfishing
whatever you got.
Okay.
Just read the stats. Let's discuss them.
All right, all right. So, let's see. 51% of online dating people are already in a relationship.
This is true, you assholes.
I had no
well,
idea.
time wasters. Like, really?
You're
I'm
gonna get caught. What are you doing?
It's an ego boost. It's a complete ego boost. So here I am. I'm investing on whatever website, $30 to $60 a month to meet somebody single.
or their relationship is on the rocks, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, maybe it's
Yeah,
time to
think?
look for somebody else to see if I should leave this person. Because I've met people like that.
It was on the rocks
Yeah,
before
yeah.
they even met the person that they're in the relationship
Everybody
with.
wants the best thing that they can get, and sometimes people take that way too far, and they're like, well, if I can't get anything better, I'm gonna stay with this person.
Backup.
But it's
Yeah.
Totally back up.
It's disgusting.
Plan B.
You put me on the back burner. You're
But like seriously,
done.
that's a waste of time. I'm
It's
sorry, that's
bad.
a part-time job.
What do you
pretty
think,
bad.
Minnie?
I feel like a lot of people probably do it without even the intention of meeting up with the person, but just like the ego boost thing. I mean, because I'm an actor and a model, but I also was like in the adult industry for a while, so I feel like a lot of people do things like on the internet as like a way to, I don't know, have a different persona and kind of, this person who has no idea who they are, what they are like in the context of their everyday life. You can kind of just fake whatever.
Or people are just damn dirty cheaters, and they should be shot and killed. I don't know though, because then we've had shows on polygamy and polyamorous relationships and all of those different things, and it's like, well, is monogamy really, is monogamy the right way and polygamy the wrong way? Is cheating, and like, how does that whole thing work? But
Right.
that's a topic for another show.
Yeah.
Because that's a big one. But yeah, so continue with the stats.
Okay, all right. And then we got this is freaky, man. Like I said, I'm all about educating my clients, right? 25% of rapists were estimated to utilize online dating sites.
Not
What?
surprised.
Where were
their
you?
victim.
I
So you
still
got-
swear I've been raped a billion times. I just haven't. Where I missed that one.
Like that
I
is
make fun of it.
messed up.
I totally make fun
So
of it.
that's a 1 in 4 chance. 25%.
That's really frightening. It's really
25%.
bad.
25.
So 1 in 4 of the men that you're meeting or the women that you're meeting. Wait. So is that just with men or women?
No. It's just generalized.
Watch your drinks.
Yeah.
Watch your drinks.
So
I'm
these
over
are
here like, would somebody fucking date rape me, please? Like, I don't know.
See, that was
mean,
where I
maybe
went
that'll
with it
be-
at first, and then I
that could
kind of
be
scaled
bad.
back because you all looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, I'm just kidding. Watch your drinks.
I'm like,
But, yeah.
Free drugs, good night. But like, it
It's
depends.
scary.
What is the statistic of rape?
Okay,
If
so-
you
know what I
want
mean?
the person to take control of the situation,
Yeah,
that's
true.
different.
That's true. Yeah. I
Right.
guess there are lots of
The
people that
lines are
I
so
wouldn't want
So
to
just
sleep with.
like
Weird.
1 in 10 are sex offenders online, right? Because
Right.
when you're online, you're behind a screen, right? You can portray whoever you want
Yes.
to be in order, to get whatever type of feedback or ego boost
Wait,
that you're
say that
looking
again.
for.
1 in
1 in
10.
1
10
in
of
10 are sex
online.
offenders, right?
Predators. Like,
Right.
we're going like Dateline style, like hands in the cookie jar. I don't know why I'm here. She said she was
Yeah. So think about
22.
it. Like,
She's 13.
the fake pictures, the
Yeah,
fake profile.
it's
You don't
just-
know who wrote that, the neighbor,
You
your
don't.
sister, your mama. But at the same time, here you're investing your time and your money, but you never meet. So I
Right.
call that as a text ship. Do you classify that as text and ship?
Oh, a text ship.
What?
Text and
Oh,
ship.
I see.
text ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
you never meet.
Definitely not the friend zone, that's for sure.
That's just called
Yeah.
catfishing.
Catfishing?
What, when you text and never meet.
Yeah, you classify it as catfishing. Okay.
I mean, when people they consistently have an excuse as to never meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're getting catfished, because it's like, oh, hey, let's set up a date. Nope. Let's set up a date. Nope.
Hey,
And I
I'm
got all this
not
stuff.
really 25 years old
They-
and look like Brad
yeah.
Pitt when he was 25.
They can't ever meet you for a reason.
All right. So move on. This is interesting. So we have all these online dating sites. You're registered. You pay for it, right? That's your money. That's your profile. That's your picture.
Gotta pay to play.
I can't
You
be like
own-
people pay for that shit anymore.
You
They
own
blame.
that profile. Now, 80% of that is leaked to other dating services, to third parties.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they're getting
Threesome.
junk mail.
Threesome third parties.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think that's BS.
It's
because
bad.
If I'm investing in an online company and I'm spending a certain amount of time and money, but then
If you're on Match.com,
sharing-
you're on JDate and all these other things. And I'm
Yeah.
not even going to plug any of them until you assholes pay us for sponsorship. But I just did 2 of them, big ones.
yeah,
so.
and then
But
they're
it's true.
sharing your email and information. Like,
Yeah.
that's some type of violation.
It is a
but-
violation. So how do we
Privacy.
protect ourselves from that?
Our third
Oh.
our information is being sold to so many different third party, and it's totally done like
Yeah.
behind closed doors, behind the curtain, and that is an issue that will be addressed in the next decade, I think. But for right now, people are just starting to realize, they're like, oh shit, like why am I seeing all these awesome ads? And it's like, because they're cooking the sites that you and tracking
Because
pixels
they're
and all that
aggregating
stuff.
your
Yeah.
social media behavior.
I literally
And-
just found a website today that actually any site that you visit, it'll alert you to what cookies it's using and and the tracking pixels, and you
Yeah.
can opt to get rid of them or keep them. It's pretty awesome.
Oh,
I
that's
forget
good.
what
It
it's called.
filters them out.
Yeah.
I like that. So hooking up, 1 in 3. So 1 out of 3 women who meet somebody online have sex on the first date.
You got 30% chance, guys. Go.
It's pretty good and slutty.
Yeah.
Is it slutty though? And is slut shaming like? I mean, how
Not
is
at all.
it wrong?
Not at
to
all.
someone
I just
on the
wanted to
first
say it
date?
because my mom's watching. So sorry, Mom, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I totally am. Actually, she's
Okay. So to get more deep, 8 of 10 people now from those dates don't use protection. While
Yeah,
having
that's
sex. That's dirty.
questionable.
That is, yeah.
A little
that's the
questionable.
not
Unless you
cool
got
part.
your like results like from the day before,
But
like
how do
right
you know?
there,
It's
or
the
the day
first-
of. Day of.
So it's like me and you. This is perfect
Yeah,
example. We just met in the
okay.
parking lot today.
Yeah, I just got tested like an hour before I met you. And so I've got my tests like right there. Like I forged them like on whatever it was.com.
Yeah. So then later
People
on,
will do that, I bet. I don't know. But
So then later on,
could.
you know, we don't really know who we are.
it's
but
just
we,
not okay.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
matter
it's
what.
not right.
Unless you're in the doctor's office with
Just
me.
take a vodka shot
Right
and
then,
and stick to
right
oral.
there.
I mean, alcohol kills germs.
You mean are you taking a shot like?
Just take a vodka shot, stick to oral. Alcohol kills germs. I forget where I heard that from, but it made me laugh when I heard it. That's
you have
that's-
a social
I- I
responsibility
can't
to
own
tell
that. That
people
was not just me.
That's not
Yes.
something you should do.
I don't care if you brush with hydrogen peroxide 8 times a day.
I take it back.
Like,
You
get the
didn't hear
hell
that
away
on Modern Male Radio. You cannot.
Think about how you had to do the big font for the.
Uh-huh.
You have to. That was you know.
Oh, honestly,
was not
like I
real.
got like I did so much, like kind of being like, no, bad. Do it this way, do it that way. That I actually was like, fuck it. Maybe people will listen more if I start doing the bad stuff and kind of be like, we're just gonna go over the top. So that's when me and Sarah actually started
Yeah.
our reality show on bad dates, and we just embodied the worst kind of people that we've like met, and we just fuck around with all
I
stereotypes.
go back to where I started from with this. People don't want to see who wore it right. We want to see whose nipples popped out. Okay, we do. So we want to see who made the mistakes.
Yeah, nobody. You know what? That's what we all learn from. No one's perfect, right? And if you're portraying perfection, you're not being genuine.
If you're showing
Yeah.
me butterflies and
Yeah.
rainbows all the time, fuck you.
Right,
Well,
and that's what I like with the show, right? We're all raw. We all just met each other in the
Yeah.
parking lot, you know.
And that's how the book is as
Equals
well.
I have
mean,
problems,
it's
and I'm
pretty
really
raw.
okay sharing them, but
it's
it's
pretty,
true. It's
It's
very
pretty
true.
out there. Like I definitely don't sugarcoat anything.
No, you didn't. So to continue on dating facts, so men,
Yeah.
men, number one, what they look for, and a lovely lady is trust.
And a lovely lady might be trustworthy.
Trust,
A lovely one.
then respect, then attraction, then humor, then sex.
I call bullshit on
I call
all of that.
bullshit.
Attraction should have
Complete
been like
bullshit.
way before any of the rest of the stuff.
Where did you get that stat?
Oh man, this is
Yeah,
like
where
from
was that
like
one?
10 different websites when I did my research.
Okay, well that
So this
website's
is-
full of shit.
Okay, so that's for men. Ladies, number one is respect, trust, humor, values, then social.
Where was the penis in any of that? And where were tits in the first of that? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
was
okay,
the second she started
come on.
naming those off, I was like, so the first 3 things that males find attractive:
Trust, respect, and attraction.
a pretty face, big boobs, a big ass, and then they start looking for personality
Because you're
traits.
looking, and then you're looking. There's a
Yeah,
stand
and
there.
you know what?
Trust
Most
wasn't
guys
anywhere
don't even
here.
care if she has a
Yeah.
personality. He'll be like, just look, shut up, sit in the corner, look pretty. I mean, and that's a male thing.
Can you trust the doctor that did that tit job? Yep, they look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That
I
was
would.
kinda
But
clever,
I
Sarah.
think
It's
this is
kinda
generalized.
clever.
It's
Good
not
job.
like
I think that whatever
whatever
that stat came from is complete bullshit.
But I don't. I think we're viewing it from an incorrect perspective, right? So we're viewing this general, not our first meet.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
what I'm looking for.
Right.
This is after a few
Like
dates.
an actual partner.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
want.
We connect like we're on 3rd or 4th date, and then you start viewing like, is she trustworthy? Is she respectful?
I'm still like, I'm so attracted to you.
He's
like
still looking at
that's
the tits. He's still looking at the
and
face.
I'm not saying that that's my opinion personally, but I mean that's what I do. I work with guys, and that's I understand males, and that's how it is. That's how most guys think, and we're getting a little
Did
smarter.
that bitch gain 10 pounds in the first 2 months? Because done.
Most guys aren't super concerned with that, but I mean it's more like, does she?
Yeah, if it went to the right places, of course not.
Most
too.
men want to have and not need rather than need and not have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it depends. Like everybody likes different things, and so it's really hard to generalize everything in a whole. Because I mean, I personally have dated girls that were like that were opposite from each other. They were completely different, both physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. It's all about what you need at the time.
Too. One you
But
could
that-
really trust, the other you couldn't.
So,
like, these
I never
things are
looked for
so,
that,
like,
and
general.
I also have a very interesting perspective on trust. Is I don't really believe in it so much. When people are like, "Oh, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you," for me, that's kind of an admission to your lack of taking care of things. For me to have to trust you, it means that there's something in my life that I'm not taking care of, that I need you to do for me, or I need to lean on
Yeah, or
you
what
in
even is
some
that?
way.
Can I trust you to pick me up if I say, can you come get me? Trust you to.
So it's like a
So
filler.
Not
I
have
tend
sex
to
with my best
just have
friend,
all
like-
of my bells and whistles. Everything's locked. So it's like I don't need to trust anybody, because there's never a place where I'm gonna like roll over and be vulnerable. I'm always developing.
True.
So and it's an interesting perspective on trust, because everybody's like, "You trust me, bro? You trust me?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't have to, but I like you a lot."
Now, together, like both of your experience and your insight. So, on your first date, your first encounter, when you meet somebody,
Can I trust this person not to date rape my drink when I go pee and leave my drink?
Yeah, that's probably a
no.
concern.
Like, would you know, or would you feel you need to give them an opportunity? Like, would you feel if you know you need to, like, you can connect or not connect?
What?
That's actually a really, really important
So
question.
the first time we meet, right? So say the first time we meet, would you know right then and there? Are you going to give me an opportunity, or is it going to take 2-3 dates?
I
Right?
generally know immediately.
And I'm the same way.
Like,
but there have been
immediately-
exceptions to that, so I can't hardline that. There have been.
Yeah, I
'Cause some
generally
people have
know like
really
the first day.
flawed the fuck up
I
super
you
quick,
know
and then I've
what?
gotten to know
so
them. And it's
I'm
different,
gonna disagree on that, because the first time you encounter somebody, I know when you first meet somebody, if you're attracted, like, oh, he's fine, he's not bad. But then when you have an engaging conversation, you could go.
Yeah, but women are
down.
like that. Men are not. Men are pretty much we're right there. And if anything, it's like the opposite with men. Women can grow to love somebody, and you see that all the time. Where she's around this guy, he keeps on persistently kind of winning her over, and then he sabotages her emotional psyche, her emotional anchoring mechanisms, and he starts to create attraction. And that's an awesome thing for guys. That's why that whole keep persisting thing is so prevalent in the male community. If you just keep hammering at it, you might get her.
But I
and it works.
find if you give someone the opportunity, like go on a few dates,
Mm-hmm.
you truly get to know them more, and you become more appealing. Because as we
Definitely.
age,
Now, romantically, or what kind of relationship are we talking
like
about?
and also basically in intimacy and love, there's 7 layers, right? There's 7 types of love. But when you get to know somebody, like truly on the inside, because we're young, right? We all go for looks and, oh, he's hot, oh, he's so cute. But as we age, we're not gonna have,
You're going after value.
yeah.
Right. So,
Unless you get Botox, then you're going for looks.
But
and even that, I mean,
Like
come
I'm
on,
gonna stay like this forever.
every
like,
3 months, every
we
3
can
months. but-
attain all we want, but like God forbid something happens. What really happens or makes you more desirable is what's in your heart.
Of course,
and that's
yeah.
what I'm gonna,
Lust is not going to sustain.
like,
you have to
know,
have
Jerod may love me because he's like, oh, she's hot, she's sexy. That's Sandy, she's hot in bed.
totally
You
Sandy.
know, I love that. I'm marking myself on that. Thanks, Jerod. Anyways, he didn't even second me on that.
Not
But,
even a question.
You know, and as we age 20 years from now, and then, I get sick and
You're
I'm
a
on
little
my
colder.
bedside.
You're not as hot.
Yeah,
You're a
I'm
little
not as
colder.
hot, and I'll maintain myself. I gain 30 pounds.
Right.
And then he tosses me.
See, I'm adamantly against
But he
that kind of
tosses you
stuff.
lovingly.
And a lot of people, they don't go out of relationships because they don't think they can do any better, or they get lazy. I don't believe in getting lazy. I don't believe in letting yourself go. I think
Right.
if one party's done that, then I think that the other person has you should be great. You should be your best self at all times in all respects, and you should be that for you.
True.
And you should want to be there.
So Sandy, you better brush up on those push-ups 'cause when you're 75. Down,
But I'm just saying,
down,
like,
down.
as we age, like, maybe you can't go to the gym because, there's health concerns
Yeah,
now.
you're gonna find a home gym, Sandy.
No,
He's
something's
gonna-
happening, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Something's gonna
or
happen.
Yeah,
I
but I mean,
get-
then there's Pilates. Like, there's no
There's
excuse.
something there.
or I get sick. Like, I get cancer, right? So I'm on my bed.
That's-
I know. Everybody
That's
has
different. And I think that the social indicators there of like cheating on your girl or breaking up with your girl when she gets
He's
cancer.
like, that's not cancer, it's
like,
stomach flu. Sandy.
That's like worse than
Gosh,
being
I'm
like
so
a sex
deflected
offender
that.
or a child molester. Like, I mean, that's one of the. I've never even heard of that. Like, you can't do that.
Welcome to my life now, Minnie.
Oh my goodness.
It's been 2 years. I'm like, did I just
So,
say
yeah,
that's not cancer?
I-
Stomach flu? I did.
I think that it's so like that. It's probably like the worst. Like, can you name something worse than maybe like punting a kitten?
Oh,
Like-
what's with hitting a kitten? In the book,
No.
the whole metaphor, kitten,
She
cat,
actually-
dog.
Women are cats, men are dogs.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
such a
the whole
simple
metaphor.
example.
It's okay, kitten.
Yeah.
It's okay, kitten.
I like that. It's okay.
No, he actually is a huge like cat rescuer, so I don't know what the punting of the kitten.
Yeah, no, I
This
had
doesn't
it.
apply.
I used to work at a cat rescue when I was a kid. But no, I was saying like breaking up with your girl when she's got cancer would be like, I don't know. I like that would make you like the worst human being on the planet.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's like
That's
horrible.
really, really bad.
you know. It's
It would
just-
show your true colors. at
So what
that
do we
point.
got next on the stat list?
That's what it would do.
No, for sure. So like during your roughest time, like you know who's there, who's not, who's best to support you. Most active sites for mobile dating: New York, London, LA, and Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, huh?
Hong Kong.
How exciting.
Yeah.
All right, let's get through these because we got a few minutes left.
No. We're good. We're covered on that aspect.
Are we covered?
Okay.
Yeah. On my stats. Told you I was raw.
Damn.
Yeah, got him.
It's just like, yeah.
It was rapid fire up in here.
Technical and tactical, just under the covers, private and stuff.
I feel like I learned.
Yeah.
So what do you think about all this, Minnie? Does this affect your want to and desire to date in the world? Or you're not dating right now? Your
Well,
boyfriend's
she's-
right here.
Yeah, she's got a boyfriend. She's got a man.
Well, I mean, I really never liked dating very much at all. Like, I feel like I don't know, I'm a relationship kind of person. I don't know, the whole dating, like, I hear so many horror stories and I read so many things. I feel like I already, like, deal with so many random guys as is that I'm just like, I don't.
You're lucky. Like,
Yeah.
you're already
But
past
in
that.
order to obtain a relationship, you got to date, right? You got to explore.
True,
have fun.
but we didn't, like, hit up Tinder and then we, like, match.
God,
Tinder.
Minnie, you're
Oh,
so lucky.
Tinder.
So lucky you didn't
It
do
like
that.
just happened. Like what happened like for me was kind of, I feel like he didn't pursue me, and that's kind of what was attractive to me, because there is kind of that culture like in the male thing to pursue this girl and be persistent, and that's like very normal and even kind of good, which in my opinion it's not. And I
Yeah,
don't like
and you
it.
see so much of that now the best way to hit on somebody is not to hit on them.
But
Well,
you know,
no, it's not even
I disagree
It's
on
not
this.
even that. It's not even that, because you can be polite about it and stuff, but
I'm
when
an expert at
when
this,
it's-
okay?
And you know,
I'm an expert.
And
too.
yet, who's got the man? Who's
Oh!
talking about the man? Sorry, but.
Ooh.
And so
I'm just messing with you.
It wasn't even like, oh, ignore me, treat me like shit. It's not like that kind of thing at all. But it's more like this culture in males to be, and it's a socialized thing. It's not like a biology thing or anything like that. It's a socialized behavior thing where it tells men persistence is a good thing. The fact that we even call it persistence as like you're persevering through something. If she said no.
Yeah, exactly.
If she didn't want it, like, that's fine. It doesn't make you like better that you waited for 3 years for her. That like makes you kind of a fucking weirdo.
Or that you're
know?
pushy enough to just be like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Persistence.
Exactly,
It's
and like
that's
you're not
making it
thinking
wrong.
about what she wants.
But
really,
I
you know?
will. Okay, so I agree, but I disagree, because if a male is not pursuing me or giving me attention in the beginning when we just first met, how do I know you're interested in me?
Oh well, I'm not
Yeah,
not
but
against
again,
you pursuing, but it's the persistent thing when you're like, no, I'm okay, and then taking that as like a challenge.
I think the
or
best
something
thing to
weird
remember
like
is that it's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
And whether or
exactly.
not
It's
That
so
is true.
different.
you like
Yeah.
one thing or another, it could completely change depending on the person.
'Cause
So you
some
could be like, oh, I like it when
Yeah,
this
but I
guy
mean, there's
comes at me.
definitely,
I
like-
hate it when this guy comes at me.
I met girls who are like, oh, I love needy guys, and I'm like, what? Because that's most women's main complaint. And I've met girls who are like, oh, he persisted for like 3 years, and we find that we're together, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, there are girls who love that, don't
But
get
like
me wrong.
that is very, very rare. And I will add here that my number one best tactic in the world is to treat a woman as though she were not a woman or something to conquer or sleep with.
Hallelujah!
Just treat her like a normal human being. Be around her.
Yeah.
Don't hit on her. And guess what? You'll probably do 1,000 times better. She's like, oh my God, this guy's really cool. Now you're the one guy that she gets to have positive male interaction with that she doesn't get to have with anybody else.
Yeah.
And then you can start portraying all of the masculine traits, the sexy things that women are attracted to, and you can start kind of timing those
You can
things.
take your shirt off.
That's a better way to be persistent. You can be persistent without begging her to take you, or begging, or standing there presenting yourself like,
gonna take
please
that,
take
you're
me,
gonna take
please,
this."
please be mine.
Yeah.
It's like, and he might even see it as like even a masculine over dominating thing. Like, I'm gonna get this girl, and it's like, no, you're not, man. You're literally like
You are
bludgeoning her
tanking.
into not wanting to fight anymore.
But I will admit, like in the beginning, it's all about you guys, right? Because you guys are more in control when you first meet us, right? Are you giving us attention? Are you respecting us? Are you treating us like a princess? Because that's
Are you doing all the things a guy should do?
Yeah, exactly. But you got to be genuine, and like if you're getting a rare
Well,
compliment,
there's also different cultures because LA is very much its own
Are
culture.
you opening my door? Because if you're Australian, apparently you're fucking not.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
like seriously.
in LA, like the culture here is so much different than the rest of even our state. I
Yeah.
can't imagine what it's like in Canada versus here.
well, it depends what area.
Maybe
in
that's why
Canada.
she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Apparently.
like Toronto's a big city, just like LA, right?
It's like what Minnie was saying. It's cultural. There's so much culture there.
Yeah, and it's very diverse. But at the same time, majority of people are so focused now on their career. But at the same time, they've been burned in the past. So what I'm finding, a lot of people are either A, self-sabotaging themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, oh my goodness, it's brutal. They come to me and then we have a 2-hour meeting and here they think I'm going to hook them up and I deny them. I'm like, nope, sorry, I can't take you as a client. You need to work on this, and then we'll go back to the drawing board. Because if they're not ready mentally and physically, I could give you the perfect person.
And you destroy it.
You'll mess it up.
No, it ain't going to work.
2.5 seconds.
It ain't going to work, right? So it's on the inside, but on the outside, right? You got to have confidence. You got to know what you want. And
Get yelled at a lot?
No, I'm okay.
Nah,
they're like in shock.
She's like, I'm good. I'm good.
It's okay. You know,
You yell at me, I'm just still going to be like, I'm good.
Yeah. But
Sandy, where can people find you?
Oh my goodness.
We need to have people find you.
Yeah, what you
Word
need
of
to do
mouth.
is
I'm
have a
old-fashioned.
back-end coaching program on that. But I'll teach you how to do that.
/ pilot, where we're definitely
Yeah,
playing
I'm
like
still a little
Sandy's
grasshopper.
Angels, private investigators under the covers for your dating needs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm Jared's little
Just give me the
grasshopper
handcuffs.
girl.
I'll
Grasshopper
follow
girl.
you around.
Grasshopper.
What does that mean?
I'm a grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
I
I love that name.
I
just
oh.
that too. I don't know.
That's
I'm
like
a
I'm
grasshopper.
Kung Fu like Legend Continues.
Kung Fu
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah, okay.
No, but
Well,
I was like,
who
you
do I
don't
look
look like
Oh,
a grasshopper at
grasshopper.
all.
You
Jared,
gotta say it
and-
with an accent. Go grasshopper.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, grasshopper.
I'm like, no.
You're pushing it there.
you
Yeah,
said
that
you,
is-
you
that's
said
a
it.
little
You were like,
pushing.
oh, I'm a little grasshopper, and I was like, what?
I was giving you a compliment. Oh, miscommunication
I'm
there.
fucking with you.
It happens.
It does
if I
happen.
liked social media, which I don't, but I'm going to pretend that I do for the sake of time, where can people find you on social
Okay,
media?
so on Facebook, it's Volt Connection, and they can follow me on there. And then Twitter, it's Sandy Dapoz. And then on the website, it's voltconnection.ca.
So Volt, like
Volt. So
Volt.
Volt.
It's not like Deke and Dick, it's Volt.
Volt. VOLT.
like the car.
It took me
Yes.
3 months to develop this name. And I developed it when I was at the gym doing abs.
You're like,
The V. I see the V. Volt.
No, because I know I found that name. It's defined who I was. I'm very direct, but I thought the name was powerful, right? But it didn't sound like a club or a bar or a strip
Right.
joint. It was very unique, but very bold.
What happens
so
And
the
how
other
Volt
names
Club
that you were coming
stays
up with
Volt
sounded
Club.
like strip clubs and
Yeah,
bars.
or like too girly, like, oh, sparkle, ooh, dazzle. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that name took me 3 months to develop.
I like Sparkle personally.
I'm kind of into Dazzle. Minnie, where can people find you on social media?
I'm at Minnie Scarlet on Instagram, Twitter. It's just MINNIE, like Minnie, and then Scarlet with 1 T.
And that's that.
Cool.
Very
Awesome.
easy.
And you can be sure to catch Minnie's web series.
Can you keep up?
Is it that's what it's called?
Yes, you can also find us on Twitter. So it's CYKU, Can You Keep Up, official, and that's it.
Can you keep up?
And she's freaking hilarious. Like, legitimately laugh out loud funny.
Thank you.
Cool.
You're welcome.
And as always, you can find us at modernmaileinc.com/radio. You can find us on what is it, Twitter at Mail Methodology. You can find us on Instagram at modern.mail. And you can find us online or on Facebook or wherever the fuck. Just Google Modern
You
Mail.
can find me running
We
down
pretty
the
much
street
own
saying,
that
"Fuck
bitch
you,
with
Facebook
SEO.
right now."
So yes,
up,
and if
social
you
media?
guys are on YouTube, please subscribe. If you guys are not on YouTube, go on YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Mail Radio.
You're listening to Modern Mail Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.